Alright my friends, welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew and today I want to talk about the terrifying truth of Xbox Series X and S. So if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. It definitely helps out the channel. So, a lot of you guys are wondering. I've seen a lot of freaking, a lot of discourse over on Twitter, everywhere, YouTube, everywhere. People just don't seem to understand what's going on with Xbox. Now I made a little Prodigy video earlier today. I brought out the PlayStation 5 and I had it sitting there. So I wanted to dig a little bit deeper into this because this is true. Everywhere you look, Xbox is basically everywhere. They have apps on your handhelds, on your PC, on the competing platforms, and they're putting content out there now. The thing that's happening in real time, what people just don't seem to understand, is Xbox is growing, and it's like a cancer. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say it's a cancer. It's like, I mean, I guess you could look at it that way. If you're an adamant person and you're like, well, I don't like Xbox and I want it to fail and all of that stuff, then yeah, what Xbox is doing is kind of like a cancer. It's getting into everything. It's getting everywhere. There's apps on TVs. You don't even need an Xbox console to play Xbox games, and that's the thing. There was a time that, had technology been where it is today, maybe the Sega Dreamcast could have done the same thing that Xbox is doing right now and been able to create and infest and just bring so much content. You don't understand. They own Call of Duty now. They own Activision. They own all of Bethesda. They own multiple other studios that they've been buying and collecting and building this amazing portfolio of companies that are known to do well and to sell well. And so when you look at that, when you take into consideration that the size of the pie that just Xbox has on PlayStation alone, at 25% being the #1 publisher on the PlayStation platform right now, that essentially makes your PlayStation 5 an Xbox. Your PlayStation 5 is almost an Xbox. Now, you have to look at this from a point of view to where if you're an Xbox fan, the one thing that you want the most is for Xbox to continue creating the content that you love and that you want to continue to play. I mean, that's why you would buy an Xbox, is because you like the specific games that Xbox makes, or you like the platform. So there's these two things. There's the games, or there's the platform itself. Maybe you like Xbox Live. Maybe you like and you feel comfortable in the Xbox ecosystem, in the way it operates. You like that. That is more appealing to you than anything else. Because yes, there are people that just buy consoles to play a specific game, even if that's not even, I mean, there's people that literally buy platforms just to play Madden or Call of Duty or some of them other, really popular games. And when you look at that, when you take into consideration those things, as long as Xbox continues to build a console, an in-house delivery system for their games that is powerful enough to power the generation of games that they're going to make, powerful enough, when they bring out a next-gen console, as long as that is powerful enough to power and create and expand on what they've already been building. I mean, this generation alone, we got Microsoft Flight Simulator on the Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S, and the marvel of that game and just how massive and big that particular game is, that's incredible. That to me is a next generation experience that just wouldn't have worked on the generation previous to that. Now, we haven't seen a whole bunch of other stuff that's that mind-blowing, and we might not even see anything else this complete generation that's that mind-blowing. Something is big and is, in my opinion, like being able to get in a plane and fly across the planet in real time, that to me was actually like, whoa, that just mind-blowing to be able to do something like that on these consoles. And, you know, I mean, and it looked pretty good. Like, it looks pretty good. You get out there, you fly around, it looks pretty good. It exhibits, you know, like a realistic look to it in the world and everything. And when I'm playing that, when I'm sitting there and I'm playing Flight Simulator and I'm just flying around and I'm exploring new parts of the world that I've never been to before, and seeing just how beautiful that game actually turns out. And then they go out and they actually like do like one-to-one representations of like airports, and they do like cityscapes and stuff, because, you know, with the AI doing like the generation, or having like the, you know, being able to generate like the land masses and everything and kind of approximate everything, it looks pretty cool. But I mean, if you get a little too close, things start to fall apart, and it's like, okay, you know, but when you're out there and you're enjoying something and you're experiencing the experience that Xbox brings, you know, those are the kind of experiences that really drag me to the Xbox platform. I love what PlayStation does. Like, don't get me wrong, I love my story movie games, whatever, and I buy them and I play them and I have fun with those. But Xbox really does bring, at least in my eyes, the types of experiences that I'm like, wow, that looks intriguing. I want to try that. I want to play that. I want to experience what this game has to offer. Yeah, I mean, like, what was it, like Minecraft Legends? I was like, okay, I like Minecraft. I don't really play a lot of Minecraft, but I was like, let me check this out, and I bought a copy of it on the Xbox, and I'm playing it. You actually can download this right now on the PlayStation with the PlayStation Plus or whatever. But I'm checking out this Minecraft Legends, and I'm running around and I'm having fun with this, and I'm looking at this game, and it's just absolutely beautiful, and it sticks to the, you know, the overall aesthetic of what Minecraft has to offer. So when you're playing this game, like, you're like, wow, this is pretty cool, man. For the way that Xbox and their creative design and how things are coming together over there, it should be celebrated more than it actually is. And I think that, you know, as a gamer and somebody that really does appreciate games and can still appreciate games that might not be for me, I appreciate the fact that Xbox stretches and you know, brings such a diverse lineup of different genres to the Xbox platform. PlayStation is known for the games that it makes, and it does a really good job at that. It really does. Like, there's a lot that Xbox could learn from PlayStation, but in a situation like this, where businesses have to make money, where they have to be sufficient, where they have to continue to build revenue and expand the platform and do all of this. And I said this in that Prodigy video earlier, that, yeah, dude, Xbox's mindset right now is pretty much like, look, if we can't beat them, then we might as well join them. And that makes perfect sense to me as a gamer, as you know, somebody with like a business experience, stuff like that. That makes sense to me. If the platform's already there and the base is already growing and it's gotten big enough, you have to look at it from this point of view. Like, in the short term, yes, it might hurt. It might hurt some things. It might hurt some things, you know, to be able to, for Xbox to put their games over onto the PlayStation platform. There always is that uncertainty. It's not about hurt. That's not going to happen. It's not going to hurt the Xbox brand at all. But there's that uncertainty of if it will hurt the brand, if it will damage the brand. And to tell you the truth, my friends, this is an experiment that I think Xbox 100% can pull off, because it has the financial backing of Microsoft, a $2 trillion company. It has the financial backing to be able to do that and to be okay with that. And you know, they have to. So it is kind of touchy. Like, it is a little bit, you know, I mean, without the Xbox platform, then Xbox would drift off into obscurity, just like Sega pretty much does. Like, everybody knows and loves Sega. Like, yeah, we love Sonic. We love some of the other games that Sega makes, and we buy them and we play them. But looking at Sega the way it is now, it's not at the highs that it used to be, you know, back in the Sega Genesis, or back with the Sega Saturn, or back with, you know, the Sega Dreamcast, or any of those other platforms that Sega had brought out. It's not a titan anymore. It is just another developer in a big sea of developers that are out there making games. Like when I was a kid and when I was growing up, my friends, I don't know. I mean, I don't remember having you know, all the other developers from everywhere else. Now we've got them in Dubai, we've got them in Ukraine. There's so many different, you know, Poland, all of these other, you know, developers that are just, you know, everywhere now, that are a lot more widespread than I think they were back, you know, when I first started playing it. Or at least I didn't know. I didn't pay that much attention to it back then. Maybe they could have still been there, but I just feel like there's so many more developers and publishers out there nowadays that when you look at this and when you look at the landscape, you have to have Xbox as a platform for Xbox to grow and to become what Xbox wants to do. And they know, they 100% know that without an Xbox, without a foundation, because that is the foundation of Xbox. The Xbox Series X or the Series S, that is the foundation from where Xbox branches out. You have and the fact that you get these options is incredible. Nintendo would have never tried this. Sony would have never tried this. It has to do with Xbox and having that financial backing, that just the way that they can, you know, build this out in the infrastructure, the way that they can bring this all together and make it work. I don't think the other two could have done this and been as successful with it. They potentially could have, but you know, Microsoft has the infrastructure. They have the cloud. They have, you know, the PC landscape. They have, you know, they have mobile devices, you know, tablets like Surface Pro, stuff like that. So they have an infrastructure that they can already do on their own. Plus, they have the financial backing and influence needed to be able to get Samsung to be like, yeah, man, we'll definitely put an app on our TV. Or any of the other TV manufacturers that would be willing to put an Xbox app on their TVs so that you don't even need to buy anything other than a TV to just start playing Xbox. Then you got cell phone providers. You have multiple cell phone providers out there. You can download, you know, Xbox Game Pass and xCloud right there on anything. Now you have MetaQuest that is bringing out a MetaQuest 3 that is designed for Xbox, that's going to market Xbox and Game Pass and come with a controller so that you can just put on a headset and sit there and play your games with a headset on. The reach that Xbox is bringing to gaming should be celebrated, my friends. We should celebrate this. We shouldn't be negative about it. We shouldn't be upset about it. We shouldn't be, you know, listening to all the people that just want to be negative about it. We should watch this and really learn and see how this experiment really does go, because this could make things in gaming significantly better. You can go out and buy a Blu-ray player anywhere. It doesn't matter what brand it is, and you can buy a Blu-ray movie from any company out there. It doesn't matter. They will all play on your thing. Video games need to be like that. They're a creative art that should be able to be experienced by anybody on any platform that they want to play on. And man, I believe in this. And yes, like guys, I understand just how important, I do. I understand just how important exclusives are to building out a platform. But we're way past that now. Sony's way past that. Nintendo's way past that. Xbox way past that. People know that these brands exist. We are way past that. They've built their platforms. They are platforms. They do have strong foundations. So that no longer matters. If, like, in your mind, when you go to the store and you look across the aisles, you're gonna choose, like, if there's an Xbox, a PlayStation, and a Nintendo there, you're automatically gonna know that, like, yeah, these are the gaming systems. And you know, you'll still have that opportunity and that ability to buy whatever platform you want. Maybe you like PlayStation Stars. Maybe you like the trophies. Maybe you like the way that PlayStation the PlayStation operating system. Maybe you like the features like DualSense and the adaptive triggers and things like that. There are things that set the PlayStation 5 apart away from the Xbox. I mean, just the way, just the recording and everything that you can do on the PlayStation 5 alone is more than enough reason to pick that. If you're like saying, hey man, I want to make content for YouTube, you can do that right from your PlayStation 5. And there's not a lot of restrictions on that. You could buy a camera, you can live stream right from that, straight to YouTube, straight to Twitch. It's all right there. On the Xbox side, yes, you can do that. You can live stream to Twitch, but you cannot do it to YouTube. So there's a thing right there. There's differentiating factors for both platforms, for all three platforms. You know, Nintendo, yes, you can take your Nintendo Switch and you can go out on the road and you can take it with you and you can play games there. There are other things that set these apart other than just the games. It's not always just about the exclusives. They do play a pivotal role that. Yeah, man. So let me ask you guys this, and I want you to say something in the comment section. If PlayStation was to put their games onto Xbox, I mean, because technically then they would no longer be exclusives. They would be Sony published games like, then it would be like Square Enix or any of these other brands that people are like, yeah, man, that's a Sony game. I'm definitely buying that first party Sony game. They would still be first party. But you would have the ability to play that game wherever you want. And I think, honestly, guys, if you look at the way things are going now, if Xbox games are doing very well on PlayStation, I guarantee you that Sony first-party games would do exceptionally well if they were on Xbox. Why wouldn't they? These guys are just shooting themselves in the foot, holding to this old style of how things used to work. The world is different now. People would much rather just play something on whatever they have, and it's true. It doesn't even matter anymore. Like the whole thing of exclusive games, it really doesn't matter anymore. And I'm 100% for these companies expanding and getting bigger and bringing their art and their games and their experiences to more people. That's what we need in gaming. And I really do hope this experiment that Xbox has done really does push gaming forward. I would like to see PlayStation break down their walls. I would love to see PlayStation have more ability to promote and to provide those experiences to other people across the board. Because think about it. You buy it on the PlayStation, there's you have your PlayStation. You'll always have to pay full price on like an Xbox for a PlayStation game, or vice versa. You'll have to pay full price for an Xbox game on the PlayStation. So but then on Xbox you could definitely get that game for $16.99 with Game Pass. I think this is the coolest thing, my friends. I think this is the coolest thing that Xbox could have done. I had my worries and my doubts at first, but now that I look at it and I think about everything, and I've had to sit back and think about this. When you sit back and you think about what Xbox needs to do to make this successful push and to be able to grow and continue to build the Xbox as a platform, as a brand, you realize that they have to still make consoles. You realize that. They have to still make consoles for that faithful fan that just wants an Xbox. They have to continue to make that. PlayStation would have to do the same thing. They would have to make that. They would have to continue making their PlayStations for the fans that just want to have a PlayStation. And once you understand and realize that Xbox, there's no way that Xbox is getting out of the hardware business, even if they sell less consoles every generation than they did before, they still will have to make an Xbox console for the people that want to buy that. With them expanding their games to other platforms and bringing in new revenue streams for those developers and for the publishers and for everything that the Xbox has, that just continues to grow, and it pays for the research, the development, all of the other things that go into building out the new, Xbox, consoles for every generation. They're still going to be highly subsidized. And so you're still going to get that option, but you're just getting more revenue stream. And I'm pretty sure PlayStation and Nintendo will eventually come to this conclusion as well, because the console market is shrinking. So, all right, my friends, I hope you guys really liked this video. If you did, please hit that like, please hit that subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.